Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. We've had a very nice, quiet, calming weekend. Our weathermen are telling us we may have some wintry weather come in. So Pop's out, Parker's here, and they're getting some things together, mainly making sure our faucets are wrapped tightly and getting the generator prepared just in case. They're saying we could have some icy rain and some sleet. North Alabama is predicted to get up to 2 inches of snow. That's a lot for Alabama, but we have had more. But while they're out doing that, I thought I would hop in here real quick, let you join me, and make some fried apple pies. What do you say? I love a good fried apple pie, and I have been wanting one. So today I'm just using canned biscuits. You know, it's just so quick and simple. Now, if I had more time, I would make up a biscuit dough and do all of that. When you use your biscuit dough, make it real thick, and you want it real dry. You want to be able to pick up that sheet when you roll it out and it not fall apart, hold it up. But we're making it easy today. And I have a can of apple pie filling. And it's kind of plain, meaning is there's not a lot of spices in it. And I like cinnamon in my apple pie. So I thought I might zhuzh it up just a little bit. So I want to put it in this bowl here. And I'm going to run my knife through it and cut it up. I don't want great big chunks in my little fried hand pies. So this is Sunday, January 13th. If you're watching this video later, or if I don't get it published today. Okay, so I've got my apples cut up about the size I think that I want them. And I need something to get that goop off of my hands. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of ground cinnamon in these apples. I don't want a whole lot because it does have some. I just want to add a little more. I'm going to try maybe half of a teaspoon. I don't even think I'm going to add that much. Let's stop short of a quarter of a teaspoon. And I want a little bit of nutmeg. Do you guys like nutmeg? I do, and I use it in different things. You've heard me say before, when I cook dark leafy greens, I put nutmeg in it. You can't taste it. It just does something in the background that says, what is that goodness? So just a couple of good swishes along the grater. And let's stir this up and see what we think. See if we need to add some more sugar. I don't know that I will. I don't want these overly sweet, but I want them to taste delicious. Let's get a spoon and try it. I want a hint of sugar. Let me grab it. It doesn't need a lot, and I'm just going to use our morning coffee sugar container. And that was not even a tablespoon of sugar. So let's try some more. Try it one more time. And you know, just that little bit was perfect. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for just a minute. Now I have on my board, I'm going to put a little bit of flour. And you see I'm using the butter. I'm using the Grand's Southern Home Style. They're butter biscuits. You can't go wrong with butter, can you? So I'm going to put this biscuit right here. And I want the flour on it because I don't want it to stick to my board. And we're going to roll it out. You want it kind of thin because you don't want a whole, you don't want a big thick pastry, or I don't. If you do, you roll it as thin as you want it or as thick as you want it. You've seen, if you haven't, go out and check it out. Stephanie did, made some chicken pot pie hand pies. Oh, they're so delicious. And you know, the thing about making these, you can just pick it up, grab and go, as I say. Okay, so let me get a spoon to spoon out our apples. And I'm going to put a good, generous amount on here. You want to be able to close it, so don't get too much. And you know, if we don't have enough biscuits, I've got some more. We'll just crack them open. Now, looky here. I am going to, I thought I was ready, y'all. I'm going to get a little bit of water. Because what I want to do is I want to make sure this seals. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of water around the edge. And then I'm going to fold this over, press it down, and looky there. Now, I've got my fork, and I'm going to dip it in that flour, and then I'm going to come back along the edge of this pie, and I'm going to crimp it. And I know many of you have made these pies. Looky there. Now, isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to set this aside till I get them all done up. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to fry them up, okay? Okay, everybody, we're back. I got 8 beautiful hand pies. And you know what? That can was just the perfect amount. Looky there, how beautiful. Now, I've got my oil in this pot heating up. I've got maybe 1/2 inch of oil. And I'm going to gently put my pies in here. Now, be careful when you're putting them in so you don't get burnt. But I'm going to just ease them down. Now, I'm not going to put too many at one time because I want to be able to tin them. You know, I broke a little hole in that one, y'all. Let's fry it last. I think he'll be okay, though. So here we go. Let's just do 3 at a time in this skillet. What do you say? So I've got a rack here, a sheet pan with a wire rack on it. So when I take them out of here, I'm going to put them over on that rack to let that any excess oil drip. Oh, I can't wait. I have been wanting these pies. A friend of mine and I were talking last night, and we have not talked about this. And she says, I'm thinking about making some fried pies tomorrow or Monday. And I said, well, Kim, I am too. That's exactly what I was planning. So I'm going to have to get with her in a little while and see if she made hers and how they turned out. See if she did them today or she's waiting till tomorrow. Because we couldn't decide if we wanted to use the canned biscuits or make our own pastry. And you know, speaking of pastry, I do these a lot with the canned biscuits or making my own biscuit dough. Have you ever tried doing them with the pie crust? I have, and they're beautiful. And you may have done it. And I just cut out my circle, doing the same way, but I bake them. And just follow the directions on your pie crust package. I use store-bought pie crust, and they come out beautiful and they're delicious. Now looky here. I get these a little dark on one side, but you know what? They're going to be delicious. They're not burnt. If you could just smell it right now, all that apple and that cinnamon, and that's, oh, it's just delicious smelling. Oh, see how quick they fry up. My little Parker, who's not so little as you know, he came up and helped Pop outside. Then he had to get ready to go to work because he couldn't stay. But he came in and he snuck a taste of our apples and he deemed them perfect. So let's take these up and let's get our next ones going. These are so pretty. Now watch your heat. If it gets too hot, turn it down. And I'm going to turn that down a smidge. You know what a smidge is. We're going to drop some more in. You want to make sure that your oil is hot when you put them in, because if it's not hot enough, they're just going to sit there and absorb oil and they'll be greasy. Okay, so while these are warm, I'm not going to put it on all of them because Pop's not that crazy about it. He would rather have plain pies like this. But I want to put some cinnamon sugar on a couple of them because I like it. And I want it on there while they're still hot out of the pan. Now, I just bought a little container of already prepared cinnamon sugar, but you know how easy it is to make. It's cinnamon and sugar, just what it says. And you can use as much cinnamon in your sugar as you want. I like it like this. And you also can make a glaze and put on it. Again, that's something Pop's not real crazy about, although I am, but I'm not going to do it today. And you just need your confectioner's sugar and some water, or you could use some lemon juice. Some lemon juice would be really good with these apples. You can use some milk, orange juice, whatever you prefer, and put enough in that powdered sugar. You know, it doesn't take a lot when you're making a glaze in the powdered sugar. So just put a little bit at a time till you get it to the consistency that you want. How thick, how thin, that's up to you. Okay, I got all these pies done. Looky here. Aren't they beautiful? I'm ready to try one. How about you? Let's see, what do we want to try? Let's take one of these first ones up. Maybe it'll be cool enough. Ooh, and it's got the cinnamon sugar on it. Let's see. Can you see all that sugar that we put on there? Isn't that beautiful? So let's try it. I want to cut it open and see the inside. Oh, looky here, y'all. I'm going to try to hold this up where you can see. Looky there. Now, the best part is the taste test, right? Mmm. Yeah. That is delicious. That is delicious. And Parker was right. That was the right amount of extra sugar and cinnamon we put in this pie filling. I'm going to go enjoy my pie. I'm going to get Pop in so he can have one. And then I'm going to get on making my beef stew because that's what we're going to have for supper tonight. And I want to get a couple of these packed up. I'm going to let them cool a little bit, packed up, and walk them over for my neighbors to enjoy. I hope you'll try these pies. And if you do, let me know what you think about them. Again, there's so many ways you can make them. You can do them with the canned biscuits. You can do it with making your own dough, or you can use pie crust. So however you do it, I'm sure they're going to be delicious. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to you joining me in my kitchen again. Don't forget, check out our cookbook at KarenJonesFoodandFamily.com. I plan on having these little pies in the next volume. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Bye.